Good morning and welcome back to The Point for Tuesday, August 8th. I would like to send a special happy birthday to my girlfriend Emily as she hits the big 2-4 today. U.S. futures are red, but little change this morning after yesterday saw small gains helped by increases over 0.5% in technology and consumer staples. Google's Alphabet has fired an employee who wrote an internal memo that took aim at the company's diversity policies. He accused Google of silencing conservative political opinions and argued biological differences play a role in the shortage of women in tech and leadership positions. They're currently fending off a lawsuit from the Department of Labor alleging the company systematically discriminates against women. They denied charges but won't share full salary information. And rental car companies are taking a hit as Avis fell 9.1% last night while Hertz dropped 3.2%, bringing it to a 29% loss on the year. Avis missed earnings estimates as companies face pressure from ride-sharing companies and see rapidly depreciating used car prices. The Stocks Europe 600 index fell 0.1% as global markets remained quiet yesterday into this morning. The MSCI All Country World Index gained 0.1%, however, to its highest point on record. Japan fell 0.2% as SoftBank Group declines after topping estimates, while Sony saw a boost after it was added to the JPX Nikkei Index 400, while Australia lost 0.5%. And bond markets were also quiet as 10-year yield moved up 1 basis point, while the spread of Italy's 10-year bonds over Germany fell 2 basis points to its smallest premium in 8 months. Crude oil realized small gains, pushing it over $49 per barrel as talks between producers continue in Abu Dhabi. Saudi Arabia has begun limiting sales to some Asian customers as they said they will increase pressures on countries who don't comply. Gold saw its largest gain in more than a week, up 0.5%, while silver also had gains as the energy sector took a dip yesterday. The dollar saw small losses as the euro strengthened against most of its G10 peers, while South Africa's rand gained 0.6%, its strongest in more than a week, as many eyes watch the country's big ballot today. The South African parliament will vote on President Jacob Zuma after he fired his finance minister. Analysts suggest their currency could continue its surge if he is removed, although warn of a drop if he is to remain. Republicans are trying to reach a deal to deliver promises on tax reform without adding to the federal deficit. The compromise would combine lasting tax charges to corporations moving profits offshore while giving temporary tax reductions to individuals and businesses. Data continues to be pumped out of Europe this week, with UK factory output due on Thursday, while investors will listen to this week's Fed speakers as we approach the CPI report on Friday. And lastly, Jeffrey Gundlach of Double Line Capital claimed it's time to move towards the exits, as he claims junk bonds and emerging market debt are overvalued. Stephen Major, the head of fixed income research at HSBC, has also said that European investment-grade bonds are too risky for their returns. So we see a lot of people starting to become speculative of this continually rising market, but we see markets pretty much trading flat globally. Volatility has hit an all-time low as of late. You look at futures, they're down 3 points. You really see nothing going on. Markets are up 0.1% at most at times. People are just kind of waiting around for the next big piece of news, next big data output, which we expect to be on Friday with the consumer price index coming out. That's when we expect markets to be jumping back up again. But in the meantime, we'll continue to be watching closely for Fed speakers, political news, anything going on globally that might get this market moving. In sports, the Pirates won again, defeating the Tigers 3-0 as Trevor Williams gave up only 1 hit in 7 innings, while John Jaso added a pinch hit 2-run homer to get them only 4 games behind first place. Johnny Manziel said he would be interested in a coaching position if he's unable to find a position on the field, and the PGA Championship will move to May in 2019 instead of its usual August spot, as the players will also be pushed from May to March, as the PGA Tour will attempt to get their FedEx Cup playoffs finished before the NFL season begins, which I think is a pretty good idea because final rounds for the PGA Tour are on NFL Sundays. So that is it for us today for The Point for Tuesday, August 8th, and we will see you tomorrow.